SOMOGEAR, 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 SOMOGEAR. You guys have heard of these. These are the things that are taking the internet by storm.
Everybody's getting them.
Everyone's getting them. Everyone's testing them, and so are we, because we're like everybody else. They say airsoft toy. They're from China, and we're gonna find out if they are in fact an airsoft toy or if they're good on your guns. We got a ton of the Peq-15 UHPs because they're 259 bucks, and then the ones that are unobtainium are these end galls. I'm going to tell you that we've already shot these a whole bunch, and this is the creme de la creme of Peqs. If you can find one of these in stock,
resistance.
It's so good. If you can find one of these in stock, it's an aluminum housing. Obviously go with the green laser. We went with green for all of ours because if you go with red on this, you're kind of dumb. Yeah.
Green is mega base.
Kind of dumb. So yeah, green you can see in the daylight, which is, we're in broad daylight today. This one has well over 1,000 rounds on it. It's holding zero, no problem. I've dropped it, I've smashed it. It's aluminum. This housing is super strong. So yeah, without that though, we're gonna test these guys, these cheapo boys. These are like $400 and that's if you can find them. They end up being like 5 something by the time they get to your house. And yeah, they're basically impossible to find right now. So that's not what this review is about. This review is about these guys.
$259.
The Peq-15 UHPs. They're $259. Yeah. Do they hold zero? Are they worth buying? Should you buy 6 of them? Because we did.
We're gonna find out.
We did, and we're gonna find out. And today we're gonna put so many rounds through this one that we're gonna find out how long it will hold zero, if it'll properly hold zero, and then talk about some of the updates. So let's talk about like an overview of it, and then we'll get into like the actual video stuff, okay? Okay, so let's talk about what is in the box. And I feel like when people do these reviews, you never really talk about what it comes with. It comes with the most important thing, which is a little sticker that says it's an airsoft toy only. These are marketed on their website as not holding recoil from firearms. But at some point, someone realized that these $250 airsoft toys that are PCP potted, they're realizing that these do hold zero on a firearm maybe. So you get this, you get the stickers, you get some tools to mount it to an M-LOK rail and make adjustments, you get the cool stickers that make it look real, and you also get a really good button, actually. Like, these buttons are really good, they're very small, they're not too big, they're really flat, nothing like the Cloud Defensive buttons that you get with your Cloud Light, that's $400. And then you get a mounting system that makes it mount to Picatinny or M-LOK. So all of that for the price of about $250, $260 shipped to your door. And that's what comes in the box. I did get a lot of different versions of these, and the first gen that I bought, I want to say about 6 months ago now, has really, really loose and spinny turrets on it. That was my big complaint. These are really easy to turn. There's resistance. They don't turn by accident, but I could see, like, if you bump it too hard, it moving a little bit. The new versions that I just got are a very, very tight and haptic click. So it's good to see that they did reinforce these turrets. And then an additional thing is it almost seems like there's an additional little metal ring around the outside of them. So yeah, let's talk about setting this up. The first thing that you're gonna do is just put all your cool stickers on so that it looks the part, and then immediately remove these little safety screws that are in it and put them in their safety screw holder. And then you can also take off this green laser sticker that lets you know it's a green laser. I'll put that in the box because littering is bad. And then put it on your gun. Get your night vision on that you obviously have the money for, since you're only spending $250 on a Peq. And yeah, start zeroing it. You can zero the laser portion of this in broad daylight. Honestly, it's so bright. You can see it in broad daylight. Let me grab this one here. This is going to be about the same, exactly the same brightness. You'll be able to see that. It's very bright. It's bright out here. It's broad daylight, and you can see the green laser, no problem. So that is it on high, and even on low, you can still see the green laser in broad daylight. These are bright. They're full power. So you'll be able to zero at least the laser portion of it on the range during range day. And then the portion of it that's an IR illuminator, which both of them have IR illuminators with no diffuser caps, which is kind of a bummer that these aren't diffuser caps because I was hoping that they would be, but no diffuser caps. You can adjust the width of the beam with this little twisty nib knob here. And then you have to zero it with your night vision on, which again, not hard, just throw your night vision on. So without further ado, we'll show you some comparisons, and let's first see if it is holding zero, if it's even worth buying to begin with. Okay, so we have this mounted to the PSA Jackal, which we think recoils probably the most out of all the rifles. without a suppressor and with the gas turned up, it recoils pretty harshly. I think a lot of the action just happens in this upper rail, so it's going to put a little more pressure on the Peq, hopefully, than my rifle would with the Hydra mount and the riser, because this has been on my rifle for a very long time, and it is holding zero no problem. Like, I've got no shift, so this one is good. We're going to check exactly how many bullets it can handle. We've seen other people do this. Other people have done this and shot a few lots of rounds without it having shift. So I'm pretty confident that it's not going to shift, but I just want to confirm it for myself. So obviously you spent the money on the Peq, so you don't have sights, but that's okay because the laser, it works. The laser works. So that's gassy. That is so gassy. I'm gonna turn this gas down. Woo! More open. Man, that is gassy. Woo! All right, let's try again. Here we go. Why not? Another, right? All right, last one, here we go. And the jackal handguard is toasty. Oh, one more, yeah, why not? Ooh, I'm gassing up. Anyway, this handguard's so hot, it's burning my hands. So we're gonna take a break. Let's let it cool down and then see if it held zero. It's woo. Jackal, you've let me down, you're burning my hand.
All right, we're gonna confirm the zero now because Joe shot the absolute shit out of it. So let's see.
You're canted. Oh, it's zeroed.
That's zeroed.
Yeah.
That held zero after what, 100 and something rounds?
That was 200 plus
200
rounds.
plus rounds.
And it's hot. It's like very hot.
Yeah, I can barely keep my hand on the...
Yeah, it got so hot it melted the spray paint that we have on the Jackal.
It's very sticky.
Yeah, it's sticky.
It's real sticky.
All right, next test.
Next test.
All right, so we know that these hold zero on ARs all day, even though they're not supposed to because they're for airsoft use only. But we want to see exactly like how much abuse they can take. And so we're gonna put this one on a 12 gauge and I have it zeroed with this optic right now. So when I point it down here, this is recording, so you guys should be able to see through the scope right now. When I point it down here and I press the little button thingy, it's centered. And yeah, we're gonna take it off. Oh, you walked over there. We're gonna take it off, put it on a shotgun, put some slugs through it on the end of the shotgun too, not even on like the top, on the end of the shotgun. Then put it back on and see how much it shifted or if it shifted. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, so I am going to check if this is off. I think it did, I think it shifted. We've got an IR illuminator on here, so hopefully that makes the night vision usable here. Let's check. There we go, okay. And wow, the illuminator does not make the IR usable, but we're gonna go to this tree and you can see based on there that the thing is off. We're gonna see how many clicks off it is. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 clicks off. So it looks like there's the tree that we were pointing at. So it looks like it did bounce it off, but only 3 clicks and they're half MOA clicks. So 1.5 MOAs off after 20 shotgun blasts with the thing, which honestly you'd still make a hit at distance with that. So not a terrible shift. And one of the things that we've learned is everyone I know who runs these says that they have to check their lasers before they actually run them anyway because they lose zero. So 3 clicks off
real
with
ones included too, though, not just the fake ones.
yeah, no, real ones. Yeah, I'm talking about people who use real lasers. They have to check their zero before they run them every time, because I guess they will sometimes shift. That's not bad. 1.5 clicks for 20 rounds of 12 gauge high velocity. Is that slugs you were shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, high velocity slugs out of a 12 gauge, and it's only off a little bit. That's not bad. And also, yeah, I think that tells us everything that we need to know from that department. Let's just see how durable they are now. All right, I am now rolling.
Okay. So our next test, we are going to do the concussion test. So as you can see, we mounted this all the way to the front, and it's going to be right in front of our little brakes here. So we're going to see if that's going to do anything crazy to it and possibly knock the zero off. Oh, God, that release just is garbage.
Got to use the other side.
I know. I wanted to see if it worked.
I'm actually impressed.
What?
It doesn't break it.
I'll keep that on there. It's a little, I mean, it's not broken and it is a little bit off, but it's really not that bad.
I was more just thinking it would break.
Yeah, I was thinking so too.
That's airsoft. That says not for rifle use.
Yeah, so it didn't really go off a target and it didn't break like at all. I mean, the zero kind of got a little bit messed up, but it's not bad at all. And I'm really surprised. I mean, it's an airsoft quality laser and it's holding zero and not breaking.
Not exploding?
Not exploding, surprisingly well. I was expecting it to blow up.
Yeah, let's blow it up.
Let's do it.
Hot!
You just broke the shit out of that thing.
Yep. So, I don't know what happened, but this just broke. It can't take major abuse, and also, this is worth noting. It said PCP potted. Does that look potted to you? This isn't potted. Hold on.
No, that is not potted.
So if you order the potted ones, maybe bear in mind that they won't actually be potted. I think that is definitely worth looking at, worth noting. There's a little bit of junk in the barrel here. So yeah, interestingly enough, what happened to this one was I did drop it actually, and I pushed one of the turrets in. This is one of the first versions of the SOMOGEAR Peqs. And so yeah, when I dropped it and it pushed the turret in, I was like, well, I guess we'll just break it. There's the smallest amount of potting on that PCP.
A smidge, a little smear of potting.
A little bit. All right, so I got mine, the Engol, the middle one. I made it for myself, and I got this one because I have GBR's Hydra mount with the Romeo 4T Pro on mine. And let's talk about how they look under night vision, right? So I got the metal Engol, and I got it because I do stuff like that all the time, where I just accidentally drop my firearm on the ground and sometimes drop it into a tree. So I got the metal one for mine, and I do feel a lot more confident with the aluminum housing on the Engol. In addition to that, it's a lot slimmer profile compared to, I do have one on me, look at that, compared to these. So it's a little bit slimmer. This is also almost $500 by the time you get it to your door versus $250. This one works, just don't throw your gun into a tree. And like I said, I dropped it when I was just using it. We did use it in the rain. We took actual time into testing these guys like we do with every video. So you pressing the subscribe button, you giving us money and supporting us is the way. There's no sponsor for today's video. The sponsor is the limit on my credit card. painfully enough. So yeah, you guys honestly subscribing, sharing this video, sending it to people, like that is going to grow our channel. That's going to make us successful. So that being said, we've put thousands of rounds downrange now with these over the past 5 months. I bought this one and I waited almost 4 months for it to show up. I bought the first version of the SOMOGEAR, and then I bought 2 of the newer versions of the SOMOGEAR. We have 3 newer version SOMOGEARs total. We do like them. They do work well. Under night vision, we compared them against the D-ball, the military D-ball, which we tactically acquired from a truck, and then every civilian night vision laser that we had on our person, which is like a Steiner and an A3, and then even a civilian D-ball. So we compared them to that, and they actually not only held their own, but were better, in my opinion. And we'll show that under night vision. This is under a PVS-14. And then we also did do a night vision test, which you guys probably already saw under the Sightmark recording horrible thing. I don't know how good that footage is going to look, but we did it. So yeah, the footage under the PVS-14 will show that this has a neat little adjustment switch for the width of the illuminator, and these guys here, the way to adjust the illuminator is to just twist the front knob. Both really convenient, both work fine, both way brighter, or just as bright as the D-ball. The military D-ball laser, I think that the results speak for themselves, so you guys will see the lasers next to each other, and then the illuminators. These are good. They work good. They hold 0 at the end of the day. And I mean, the difference is for an end goal that is real, I'm looking at $6,000. For a civilian laser that is real, I'm looking at 2,000-ish, depending on what you get or whose truck it falls off of. So you're looking at a lot of money. We're not talking about small money for what is essentially a housing that holds a circuit board and a laser. And if you talk to any law enforcement people or LEOs, they'll tell you that a lot of the time, and military guys, sorry, not to leave you guys out, they'll tell you a lot of the time before they go into the field with night vision or with their lasers, they'll recheck their 0, because they will just apparently lose 0 over time anyway. Ours haven't had that, and I guess it's worth noting the Peq-15 that we have has been on the SCAR for the last, since like 2017, and it also has not lost 0. So they still run, they do work fine. That's not an issue that we're finding with the real ones or these ones. And yeah, they hold 0. They're $250. So yeah, you can't slam it into a tree. This one can take a beating. You guys have seen that I'm pretty rough with my stuff, and this one tends to hold up. Even if it does break, I'm out $500 and I will buy another one, instead of just buying a $6,000 one that is also going to break or stop holding 0 at some random point in time. That's kind of my synopsis on them. I think that these are really cool. I think they're really neat. It's really nice to see some competition enter the market. I do think that what's going to happen is these are going to get banned because they're from China, and people are really afraid of things that come from China, and I don't know why, because my Romeo 4T Pro is from China. Most of the glass in your Trijicon optics is from China. You get a lot of stuff from China, and basically if it's bad, people don't buy it, and then it stops being sold. Or if it's bad, it's so cheap that people can afford it and it stops being sold. This is $500. This is not like something that you just, oh, on a whim, buy $500 laser. This is $250, $260 from China. I don't think you just on a whim spend almost $300. And also, if you are buying this, you should have, hopefully, night vision setups. You've already spent thousands and thousands of dollars on night vision. Maybe it's not your main gun. Maybe you want to put the $6,000 one on your battle rifle. But then you have to, every time you go to a range, you want to use a different rifle, you have to switch this or buy another one over to each rifle. So maybe buy these for your cheap range guns and put the expensive one on your real gun if you're really nervous about it. But I think these will hold 0. I don't think you're going to have an issue with it. Like I said, we tested ours in the rain. It's waterproof. We put 20 high velocity slugs and finally got it to shift 1.5 MOA over. They just work. Yeah, it's not going to take a beating. Not going to get slammed into a tree and survive. I do think the end goal could take a beating. I really do. It feels way more sturdy, way more solid. These are just, the problem is they're unobtainium. So I couldn't even order them to buy more to make a proper video on them. I just have my one sample, and I don't like to do just one sample for videos. So that, I think, closes us out for this. So yeah, my closing thoughts are buy one of these, give us money. support our channel, share this video. And if you are a company that has PPS 14s or night vision and want to give it to us, your favorite boys, we would love to stop borrowing our friends' night vision, and I would love to not be in insurmountable amounts of debt. So you can send us night vision and we will take it for free. No problem, I promise. If you want to send me PPS 14s, Thomas is behind the camera today. If you want to send Thomas PPS 14s, you'll take them, right?
Please.
Yeah, we'll take them. We will take them. So you guys feel free to send us your real night vision. We don't need that digital garbage, but real night vision, we'd love that. Otherwise, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, you're watching Disney Channel. I'm out of ammo.